It's actually a long story, man. It just the snowball just grew and grew, down the hill, if you know what I mean. Um, it started out when Zoom and Roxel swatted my kid, man. That's how it all started. Um, After that, she flipped out and you know, told everybody, told Strawberry and everyone. And that guy Brian, I was actually cool with him, you know, considering that we're enemies now too. I was actually cool with him. He was flipping out. He actually got swatted too, him and his family. The same time my daughter got swatted, or my child and my ex-wife got swatted. Um, but I was convinced because Zoom and Roxo were in Plate Gang, and I was convinced by one of the guys, Nietzsche's man. You remember Nietzsche? I was convinced by Nietzsche's man, um, for my daughter's sake, for my kid's sake, uh, to chill out and call a ceasefire with Zoom and Roxo, and that's what I tried to do. And Olive Oil and King of Pole, Brian, they didn't like that idea. They didn't like that I called a ceasefire with Roxo and Zoom. And it just started from there. They flipped out. They got pissed off. I called a ceasefire, but it wasn't their decision to make. I was doing it for my kids' sake, so that way they can stop swatting that address. And it just started from there. But you know, it turned out me doing that, me calling a ceasefire with Roxo and Zoom, caused Plate Gang to break up pretty much because Roxo and Zoom didn't like the fact that he hated that I wasn't fighting with them. He hated that also. And since Nietzsche's man Suede um was cool with me and he was pretty much part of Plate Gang, they started getting into fights because I was there being cool with Suede and his buddies. So it caused Plate Gang to break up pretty much. So Zoom and Roxel's like hiding out somewhere. I don't even know where. I haven't seen them in months. But at the same time, Olive Oil and Brian, they gradually got more angrier and pissed off, and I started firing back at them or at Brian mostly, and it just went from there. It's just growing and growing and growing. Um, but that's pretty much it, man. It's really There's really nothing to it, to be honest. Um, it's just all of just poking and poking for no reason, for whatever reason. And I've tried to not say anything. I've tried not to like do anything publicly, but she just wants to poke for Brian's defense, because I'm going at Brian now more harshly than ever. So, if that makes sense.